Hi, in this guided meditation today for our challenging times, you're going to be able to relax into the constant of you amidst everything that is changing, to discover just what's happening here now so you can deeply rest, restore, enliven, become reinvigorated, and know yourself more deeply so that we don't have to move with the external phenomena that is constantly changing around us. So turn off all of your distractions for now and let this be a time for deep nourishment, to settle into yourself, to come out of the conflicted thoughts in the mind, worries about the future, all of which is very understandable for so many people right now. So take a good breath. And just even right now, from the beginning, feel the gratitude for the breath and how it moves so freely in the body. And by the end of this meditation, I think that you're going to find that you're breathing wide and deep and feeling much more anchored in your body. And when we become anchored in our body, we feel the connection that we have to the earth, to the ground beneath us, so that we're accessing not only our energy, but the energy, the vortex of this universal impulse of our evolution, which gives us the possibility to meet everything that we need to face on a day-to-day basis. So join in with me, let your body relax. Maybe just right now, take a nice deep breath, inhale, and exhale and let everything drop. Let the shoulders relax. Maybe move around a little bit in your body. Bring the shoulders up and just let them drop. Good. Feel the feet on the ground. And at any time when you feel ready, go ahead and soften the eyes. And let your attention naturally turn inside. Let the breath come down in the body, down through the torso, and not to let it stop there. Just open to a greater allowance in your body, this greater field of discovery, of openness. And we're not turning away from anything that may be happening inside of you. So allowing for, in the beginning, there may be thoughts. So notice that there's something aware of thoughts. Call it awareness, spaciousness. So let yourself be the noticing of thought. What is behind thought? So we're not asking for anything to be different. Notice that there's a possibility to not follow thought, not to jump on its back. But just let it pass. So you're the noticing, in the same way that if you were just sitting in a park or on a beach, anywhere, and there are many things that pass by your field, and they just pass. You don't get up off the bench and follow them. Maybe sometimes you do, But here, just be the watching, be the noticing. So you're behind thought. And in this behindness, you can drop into a wider field that I like to call space. This essence of you that's always here, as all the circumstances may be changing around you. There's this essence, this spaciousness of you, the constant that doesn't change. This is for you to explore and discover for yourself just by this gentle leaning behind to be the noticing space so that you may land more in your body. So there's a quality of descending down and in. So you can feel the heart and allowing for any sensations or feelings that may be happening all around the heart. Especially right now for many of us. There may be a bit of a contracting or a layering. But notice that when you don't follow thought, because what thought does is it interprets experience. Whatever's happening around us, it will make an interpretation about it. So we're kind of letting that interpretation be lifted. Any of the layover of thought. And you may notice that when you aren't following the thought, you're not laying over any interpretation, that this also allows for any emotional content that seems to follow along with thought. It allows that to also soften and transmute, open. It softens any weightedness, any constriction in the heart. No, you're not asking this to happen. You're just noticing the connection between thought patterns that interpret what's going on around us and may jump into the future. And then the impact this may have on sensations and feelings in the body. So continue to relax into this wider space of noticing and allowing for all feelings, all sensations. It's almost as if there's a melting that can happen of any layering, anything that we put on top of whatever our direct experience may be when we're not following thought. We're not moving into the future. Just settling here, letting the breath flow all the way down to the belly. And when there's concern and worry and panic, there may be more energy in the upper part of the body. It may almost feel like there's a disconnect between the base of the body. So I want to invite a coming down and in, and let it just be like a falling, like you don't have to effort to come here. Just don't push. Just breathe easy. And feel this wider space that also opens in the body, that's already here in the base of the body. This is where possibility is for a great sense of aliveness and connection. Down through the legs. So you're anchored, grounding and anchoring in a vitality. Now, for some of you in this area also, there may be a noticing of a holding, a gripping. So just notice that. And if it's happening for you, notice what happens when you just give space for this to be here, whatever it is. When we're not pushing against or trying to change anything, we're softening out of resistance. So we're not denying any experience that might be here for you. We're simply allowing ourselves to experience life from a greater space of groundedness, of anchoring in the constant of you. So you don't have to leave life. You don't need to come and sit for a moment of peace, to feel the now. When you contact yourself here and access the strength and the power of you that is here now, always, this becomes more and more available to you in every aspect of your ordinary activity. And this is where we are in our evolution, here to have life be a meditation. You don't need to separate yourself from what's happening in life. It's always good to take some time, as we are right now, to sort of restore and refill your tank. the ground, from the earth. So you're not only accessing the power of you, you're accessing the power of our connection to all beings, to all things, to the community of life. So we're not only behaving from a sense of an individuality, but we're behaving from a wholeness of connection to all living beings. We're accessing a space of deep care and aliveness that takes very good care of itself and has absolutely no interest in harming anyone or anything. So here you're accessing something that's much more fruitful than thought. You're accessing kindness, gentleness, deep, deep care. These are what's always here and available, the constant of the existence of you, of all beings. So to be able to be a witness that can observe thought is one thing. But in these times, we're called to fall deeper into the ground of being, which includes everyone and everything in its care. Here you become a pillar of strength within yourself, standing for yourself, standing in care of yourself and for the benefit of all beings. Meditation isn't for a person, it's for life. And this is the very first aspect of attending to life, is to be absolutely sure that you know who you are beneath thought, a constant of you. In care of yourself, whatever it takes, you come to yourself, returning here to this strength, to the ground of all beings, very fertile, the great capacity for unknown possibilities that beckons the question, What is possible if I live from here? Perceive life from here. Rather than the layover of interpretation that is made through the mind, the mechanics of the mind that are all conditioned, jumping into the future that hasn't come. So here we're resting in a great resource of possibility. Feel how everything shifts in your body, in the field of your energy. When we move from the layering of the mind that gives a feeling of depletion, maybe even hopelessness, doubt, worry, concern, we allow ourselves to shift and fall inside to this deep resource of restoration and wellness and vitality, and wonder what is possible from here. What are the possibilities for living from here, from aliveness, from this constant of you that's been here before you were born, always here. Something that can't be doubted. So much more powerful than a layover from the mind. This is where we can access our creativity, our gifts. So then when you sit in meditation or you just sit to ponder or reflect, the direction is then about what gives my life meaning. What are my gifts? And you let your creative juices activate from the base of your body, from your connection to earth. This is much more a feminine approach, one that gives to life, doesn't accept the layover from the mind, the conditioned mind, the historical mind that is mostly concerned with consuming and controlling and managing. But from here, it's a restoration of creativity that births itself, that gives to life, that doesn't need to consume and take, because from here you can feel and sense deeply that there isn't anything lacking in you. What's always here? It's been with you from the beginning of time and certainly wouldn't leave you now. Nobody can take this from you. Nobody can give this to you, regardless of circumstance. And sometimes the more challenging the circumstance is, the more keenly our attunement can be to this vitality, the constant within. It calls us loudly right now. And let yourself listen to her. Let yourself spend time in nature with her. Let yourself be thankful for her. There's nothing more important. This is for you to confirm within yourself. Rest here. Remain here with the constant of you, the richness of you. The wholeness of you. Nothing is missing here. Don't let yourself follow the fragments of the mind. If it happens, no judgment, nothing wrong. Soften, be kind, land back here, ground here. Receive your gifts. This is the best thing you can do throughout challenging times. Restore here. Feel the power of your feminine nature, of the earth, of all beings. You're not separate. Now remember this as you go throughout your day or take it into your sleep. And take very good care of yourself. We don't know how we'll be needed in these times. So receive your gifts. Let yourself strengthen. It's only the mind that can wear you down. You don't have to follow it or believe it. Thank you for tuning in. Namaste. With lots of care and love. See you tomorrow. And if you have any ideas for something you would like me to cover, please send it.